showing you our top alphabet lore video. What's up, all you craft kids out there?
Today we're going to draw I from
Alphabet lore!
Alphabet Lore. That's right. We've been doing the series. We're up to I. We've been really enjoying it. So check them out if you haven't seen them. They're all on our Crazy Kids TV channel. In fact, they're in a playlist. So just check out the playlist. And while you're in there, don't be afraid to check out Odin's Antics and Crazy Kids TV in the featured section. So, you ready to get started?
Yeah.
I do want to say that today we are going to be drawing something that we don't have the exact color for. That's happened to us before. It's not a big deal. Instead of the exact color blue, we're just going to get as close as we can. We can use the light blue. It's not quite light enough, but we're going to do it anyways. Let's get started. 1, 2, 3. First thing we do is draw the eyeballs.
Okay.
And we want to take up a good portion of the page with our letter I. So we're going to make our eyeballs about in the middle, maybe a hair higher than the middle. And we're going to make them pretty wide. Or not pretty wide, but we're going to make them take up a pretty good amount of the page. These are squares with rounded corners. Usually, alphabet lore is usually rectangles with rounded corners. These are squares. So first we are going to draw a square with rounded corners right here. Like that. Man, do we need to worry about these being perfect?
Nope.
Nope, because we're just trying to have some.
Fun.
That's right. So next thing we're going to do is we're going to leave just a little bit of space, probably like a finger width of space. Maybe for you, like a finger and a half.
Okay.
And we're going to draw the second eye. Again, a square with rounded corners. Now I messed mine up a little bit. Does it matter?
Nope.
Nope, doesn't matter. You can always thicken it a little bit to make it look a little better, but it's fine. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to draw the straight parts that go up and the straight parts that go down. Okay, so coming out of the top of his eye, basically in the middle, you're going to put a piece about that long.
Okay.
Beautiful. Same thing on the other side, from the middle of the eye, straight up to match the other side. Now, Landon, if I drew it a little bit longer or a little bit shorter, would it really matter?
No.
No, so you're just going to use feel. You know, whatever feels right, whatever you think looks good is what you're going to use. Now, the straight pieces that come out of the bottom are just a little bit longer, so they're going to come down a little further. And you're going to imagine this piece of the eye, this part, the straight part of the letter I, goes right through the eyeball and comes out the bottom. And it goes down about that far.
Oh.
So it's a little further on the bottom than it is on the top. Okay, and then you're going to match that on the other side. Okay, when you feel like they're pretty close, you're going to stop. Landon, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to put the top of the eye. You know how capital I's sometimes have like what looks like, a line across that kind of makes it look like a T, and then you do one on the bottom as well. We're going to do that, but they're going to be they're not going to be like really wide. We're just going to go with little caps, little tops, okay? They're going to look like this. Going to go out like this on each side, okay? Can you do that? Kind of a little curve and then up, and then on the other side, a little curve out and then up. Mine are not the same. Is that okay?
Yeah.
And then we're going to round that corner and bring it back across and connect with a rounded corner. And then on the bottom, we're going to do something similar, except it's going to look just a little different. It's going to come down like this and down like this. And then we're going to cross it. So why don't you do 2 of those? Okay, and then we're going to go across. Looking good so far, bud. All right, you happy?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Next, we're going to put the mouth in, which the mouth looks just like the mouth we did on H last couple weeks ago. eye seems to be a little bit of a happy guy, so we're gonna draw eye with a nice little smile like this. Okay, we put a smile in there like that, and then what we do is we round each corner, and then connect. Good job. Now, the eyes, he has big, huge black pupils in his eyes. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna make another square inside of these squares with rounded corners. These are also gonna have rounded corners. They're gonna be on the inside like that, and we're gonna fill them in. I'm gonna fill them in black, okay? All right, Landon, we're gonna color these eyeballs in, okay? Ready? Okay, Landon. The only thing left we have to do is the mouth, okay? And the way that the mouth goes, a line goes like this. And a line goes like this. Good. Now all we have to do is thicken and color. All right. So let's try this little magic trick. We're gonna count down from 3. 1, 2, 3, and we're gonna snap right over our pictures, and they're gonna be colored. Okay? Do you believe me? Mm-hmm. All right. Let's try this. 1, 2, 3. Eye. Cool. Did you have fun, Landon?
Yeah.
Yeah, we had a good time drawing eye, and hopefully you followed along and enjoyed it with us. And we're going to do more in the future. Check out our other channels, Odin's Antics and Crazy Kids TV. They're in the featured section of our Craft Kids TV YouTube channel. Till next time, bye!
What's up, Craft Kids?
Today we are drawing M from Alphabet Lore, and Maddie's here to draw. So, we're going to have a good time. You ready to start?
Yep.
Oh, before we start, you got to tell them, please ask your parents if you can subscribe.
Yep.
We're almost to 1,000. It would really help us.
Help us get there.
That's right. Help us get there. M's a super fun little character to draw. I believe it's M.
I love how you said
Something
little,
like that.
and it's like its voice is like so deep.
He's sort of the opposite of little. He's kind of he's a big letter with a deep, deep voice. So it's gonna be a lot of fun to draw. You ready to do it? Let's do it. Okay, first step to drawing M is the eyeballs. Like usual with these Alphabet Lore, we got to draw the eyeballs. So we're gonna try to have M take up as much of the page as we can, like side to side. So let's say about halfway up, we're gonna put our eyeballs one on each side of the page. And they are?
You guessed it, rectangles.
Rectangles with rounded corners. So there's one. And I'm gonna try to follow that over. Keep it about the same. If they're not perfect, is that okay, Maddie?
Mm-hmm.
Because we're not going for perfection, we're going for
Fun.
That's right, we're going for some fun. I think so. Next thing we'll do is we'll just toss on the eyelids, which are only a slightly curved line. And do the other one. Whoa!
What?
That guy got really curved, but that's okay. I'm fine with it. Okay. Next we fill in the black parts, or the pupils of the eyeballs. M has really large pupils, so
Yeah.
they almost come down. That's right, like you. M for Maddie.
A lot of the time, my eyes look dilated.
That's right. Taking in a lot of light. All right, so I think the next step that we're gonna do, because we're gonna try to draw the top of the M now, but I think in order to help us, because one of the biggest challenges with M is gonna be to make it symmetrical.
Yes.
So I think one thing we're gonna do is we're gonna identify where the middle is and we're gonna make a V. We're gonna do that first, okay? Because there is a V at the middle of the M, so it makes sense. We're gonna find the middle, so try to point to the middle with your finger. And then slide up towards the top of the eyeballs, because that right by like maybe where the eyelids are is where the V comes down. So I'm gonna put a little dot there. Okay, and then when I go up, I'm gonna go up not very far at all, maybe like a little over a ½ inch. So I'm gonna put a dot here, and I'm gonna put a dot over here. And that's where my V is gonna go. Okay, ready? I'm gonna connect. 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 Nice job. Okay, so then we're gonna round the tops of these, and we're gonna have it come on this part. I'll stop before I continue, because we're gonna have to talk about the angle that it comes in at. So we're gonna just round this off and come across over the top of the eye and stop right about there. Good. And then I'm gonna turn my paper, because if I don't, I sometimes mess this up really badly. But we're gonna try to mimic what we just did over here on this side. We're gonna round this off. I'm gonna come right, look at what I did with my paper. I'm gonna come right over here. Okay, now, when we come down, we're going to round this, and we're gonna aim for just beyond the middle. So there we go.
Okay.
And then here on this one, we connect. Here comes the next trick, okay? The next thing we're gonna do to help ourselves along and try to help make it symmetrical is we're inside here, it's gonna look just like a regular M that you're drawing on paper, except for it's not pointy M, it's a rounded M.
Yeah.
I'm gonna come down about this far. I'm gonna say that's where the bottom of my middle of the M needs to be, okay?
Like here?
Yeah, I would say so. And then from there, okay, this needs to be rounded. Okay, that's gonna be the bottom part of where my M is.
Looks like a smiley.
It does look like a smiley face, so think of it as a little tiny smiley face. Go ahead and put a smiley face in there. Okay, the next phase is gonna be a part that comes up like this. Good, and then on the other side, we're mimicking that. So it's just like this. It doesn't have to be perfect, just close enough. Good. Now, what we're gonna do is we're gonna leave it there for a second. We're gonna come down through the eye, and we're gonna pull this piece down, and we're only gonna go to about where my finger is. I'm gonna pull this down, stop right about where my finger is. Do you like it?
Yeah.
Cool. Now on the other side, we're gonna do something similar. We're gonna pull it down, we're gonna measure across, and we're gonna try to end right about in the same place. Good, you like it so far?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Then what we're gonna do is we're gonna finish these M's off by putting them on the same angle as the outside. So there's that. There's that. You just get as close as you can. It's not perfect. Far from perfect, but we're having fun. Cool, and then you just round these off very slightly and connect. You do that on both sides. Round it off slightly and connect. Nice. Okay, now the mouth. His mouth is really up high. It's kind of an up high mouth. So it's gonna go basically from the bottom of the eyeball to the bottom of the eyeball. But each side gets a little kind of fold in the corner of his mouth, like that. And the idea is it's almost gonna be like this, but you're squishing it, so it's like longer, but your drop needs to be here. So go ahead, it goes up, down, and then up again. Just like that. Okay, cool. And really, that's pretty much it. We have thickening and coloring to do. And that's it. We're done.
Yep.
Maddie and I decided to do a little trick on these to make the eye lids a little darker, which they are, and we need to honor that, but we did not have a red that was darker than the red we currently have. So we're going to use red and top it off with a little bit of gray. Okay, ready? Set. 1, 2, 3. It's really fun to say, but it's also kind of hard to say. We're not sure if we're doing it deep enough, but M's very deep.
Yeah.
So these are our M's from Alphabet Lore. So we're working our way through the list. We're all the way up to M. I think M's the exact halfway point, isn't it?
Oh.
M. 13. This is exactly the halfway point. We've done half of them. We've loved them so far. We hope you guys continue to enjoy them. Check out our other channels.
Crazy Kids TV.
And Odin's Antics. Also, don't forget to ask. You can subscribe. That would really help us out.
We would love if you guys could subscribe.
That's right. We're really close to 1,000, so maybe you can help us get there. Until we see you next time. Bye.
Bye.
Have fun. Keep drawing. Stay awesome. What's up, craft kids out there?
Today, we are going to be drawing B from Alphabet Lore. And if you don't know what Alphabet Lore is, it's basically this video. It's kind of a little funny story about the alphabet. It's a lore, I don't know.
Yeah, so from what I gathered, and my kids have introduced me to this idea. They showed me the video, and so from what I gather, it's a tale about how the alphabet exists together, and some of them don't get along. I don't know if I'm getting any of this right.
No, you are.
So it's definitely a thing that's on YouTube, and it seems to be pretty popular right now. So we're taking a liking to drawing some of these letters, and they make really cool noises like B.
Yeah, they like say their name.
So far we've done A and D. If you haven't seen our A video, check it out.
Yeah.
And you ready to get going, honey?
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's go. 1, 2, 3. All right, so the first thing to do when we're drawing B is the eyeballs, because the eyeballs are out in front of everything a little bit. So the first eyeball that we're gonna draw is on our right, but it's B's left eyeball. And so you want to locate the middle of the page and then just go slightly to the left. Okay, right in there somewhere, and it's going to be a rectangle with rounded corners, just like this. I think do you want to do it again? Because I drew mine first, you draw yours second, you draw a little smaller, but I think you could make it work.
Okay.
Do you want to make it work? Okay. The second eyeball is tucked in behind this one just a little bit, and it's up a little higher than this one. It's about the same size, but it's just up a little higher. Okay, something like that. Nice job, Maddie. You did it better than I did. I'll have to just thicken some of my lines here a little bit to make it look exactly how I want it to, but we're not going for perfection anyways, are we, Maddie?
No.
We're just going for
Fun.
That's right, fun. Okay, so we've got the outsides of his eyeballs drawn. Now we're going to draw his eyelids, or B's eyelids. So one comes across like that, and then the other one, again, is just a tiny bit higher and comes across on the other side. Awesome. And the pupils of the eyes are like rectangles with rounded corners, just coming out from the eyelids. So just like that, color them right in black. Awesome job. Now, B has a nose that's sticking out of this eyeball that is on our left, but it's his right eyeball. So we're gonna come down, and it's gonna come at an angle like this, and then it's gonna tuck right up into just about the middle of that eyeball. Excellent work. Now, coming out of the top of the eyelid, and I'm gonna hold my paper sideways. Maybe you should do the same, just like that, okay? So coming out of the top of his eyelid and heading straight up in this direction is gonna be the flat side of the B, okay? And I'm gonna do it just like that. Good, and then coming straight down as if we're imagining that line coming down all the way to where his nose is. We're gonna start our line right under his nose here, and it's gonna come straight down just about as far as this one went up. Excellent work. Now when we do our 2 bumps for the B, we want the middle of them to come out somewhere in the middle of these eyes, maybe a slightly bit lower. Okay, so when we do these bumps, we're going to try to make them similar in size. If one ends up being bigger, make it the bottom one that's a little bigger. Okay, so I'm gonna set my sights on my first one come out like that, and my second one very similar in shape, might be a little bigger. It's down there, and I had to make the bottom. It might be a little longer, but that's completely fine. Nice work. Yes, we both did really well. Okay, now the one final piece besides color is the mouth. Okay, and the mouth is literally going to go right. The top of his mouth is going to be in line with his nose, so that's going to come imaginary line through his eyeball, right out the back, and that's going to come just underneath this part of the B that like is where the meeting point of the two bumps. Okay. All right, so what we just noticed is that when Maddie did her line that came back, it actually ended up being more like where the bottom of the mouth will be. So she's gonna do an on-the-fly adjustment, and she's gonna come straight across the eyeball here, and right about up in here, she's gonna make that portion that goes back and makes the back part of the mouth. All right, I'm gonna catch up to Maddie. Okay, so I'm gonna draw the bottom of the mouth, and it's gonna come back here like this, and it's gonna connect like that.
Okay.
And so Maddie's gonna finish her mouth off. Excellent, I love it. Now we're gonna put the teeth in. So it's just a couple lines. Here. Mine's gonna get one here. Because to be truthful, like Maddie's, her eye is covering up some of her mouth, which looks really cool actually. So you may just wanna put like one line up in the front there. All we have left to do now is color, thicken if we want to, and we're in the home stretch, honey.
Yeah.
All right, let's go. B. We had such a fun time doing these, and quite a bit of fun doing that little introduction where we were flying in. So, did you have a good time, honey?
Yeah.
We did the best we could, and we think they came out pretty good.
Yeah.
So, anyways, hope you followed it along, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.